It's the KVJShow podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Back to a good place. Virginia is here with us today. Our computers are functioning at least a minimal level, which is better than they have been the last two shows that we try to do, Friday and Monday. So that is nice to have all that equipment back. And Virginia, of course.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Bee stung and back, bitches.
That's right. You and Bird getting a bee sting on the same day on Saturday.
And I read his on social media before I got back here, and I was like, is this motherfucker trying to out-bee me?
Yeah.
I got a bee sting, and it was like the biggest thing of my whole weekend.
And what time was it and what day?
Saturday afternoon.
It all checks out.
Saturday afternoon. I was working and I was surrounded by bees. I had Panda take a video of it. At one point, the girl that I was working next to, her bar station had about 40 bees on it, just swirling around her.
If you're outside long enough, you're going to get stung by something. That's just the way of the world.
I wasn't ready, y'all. I was not ready.
How are them Baltimore bees?
It was a yellow jacket, so they're like worse than a regular bee.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's different variety.
Different variety. I think a more badass bee.
Yeah, they all have their own attitudes and abilities.
I will not fuck with no hornets or wasps. I draw the line.
What's the ruling on that? Let's educate ourselves. If they sting you, do they automatically die, or is that just different types of flying species?
I think the honeybee, if he stings you, he leaves his stinger, and that's it for him.
Okay.
Curtains.
But the yellow jacket can sting you multiple times, and he can just fucking keep stinging you.
And bounce out.
He don't care.
Go get a beer after.
Yep.
Yeah, he's here all day.
He's not sweating you one bit. Take that, take that, take that.
Okay, that kind of resilience, I would put them up there as the top then. Of
I don't
Dickie
know about
bees or Dickie flying.
Hornets and wasps. One of them's got like little legs that like hang down and they look long, and I do not fuck with that one. Mm-hmm. That one looks way scarier, and he's bigger.
Because when I was a kid, I fell into one but I can't remember if it definitely wasn't bees what I fell into, but it did have some type of like a hive of sorts. I fell into like a nest of something. And they stung the shit out of me, and it was awful.
Yeah, I mean,
What is
hornets,
that?
wasps, they all have a little nest, I think. And if you just fall into it, the wasp nest, we had those in Louisiana. Those were bad.
If you're ranking what you don't want to be stung by in the bee world, number one is the Africanized honeybee. They say that is the most dangerous bee in the world.
Do we have those?
I haven't seen a lot in Florida, but I think they have had some nests popping up in different states. Maybe Texas, I believe California has seen some.
Wasn't that they were trying to remake? Weren't they making fake bees at one point? Mechanical bees?
Yeah, they're making hybrid, yeah.
Mosquitoes.
Oh, it
they
was
were
mosquitoes.
making the mega mosquito.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to like trick the other mosquitoes and like somehow kill them or mate with them, and they couldn't reproduce or something.
Okay, so that's number one.
Number two is the European hornet that was introduced to the United States in 1840, 21 years before the American Civil War, and they say they've been a thorn in this countryside for nearly 200 years now.
If you get hit with one of them, what's the worst? Do you have to go to the hospital?
They're mean, large, social, and extremely aggressive. Their stings are the stuff of nightmares. Hornet stings are typically more powerfully painful than those of the wasp or honeybee because of the toxicity of their venom.
Damn.
That's right.
Okay.
Don't play. Next up, you have the bald-faced hornet.
Sounds horrifying.
Well, he just shaved this morning.
Yes, it's clean shaved. The bearded hornet. No, just kidding.
I believe you.
The bearded clam.
Yeah. No.
They can sting you too, depending on what's going on.
You don't want that venom. Next, they have the paper wasp. Is number 4 on the list of the bees not to tangle with. Then you've got the eastern cicada killer. Never even heard of that. Yellow Jackets at number 6, Virginia.
That's what I got. I got the yellow jacket.
Okay. So you don't mess with that. Honeybee's all the way down at 9, Bumblebee at 10. So, yeah, you get to different things, sweat bees and all that kind of stuff. The pussy bee. Yeah, they're just falling off.
Is that a real bee?
No. That's kind of what they become, though.
He only stings you in the pussy?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, my gosh.
That would be so rough for you ladies.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Hey, 9 out of 10 men, 9 out of 10 bees want to sting your pussy?
I'm definitely going to leave that festival early. If they got them pussy bees, I'm out.
That would be such a tough thing to battle.
Yeah. So basically what it is, Africanized honeybees in Florida does have them, apparently. So watch out for them. And then your hornets and wasps. And then them yellow jackets.
Okay.
That's it. And then the honeybees and all that stuff. Yeah, you know.
I'm still puffy and it hurts. I feel sore on the inside of my hand. But it was the only one that I put my hand down on. I didn't see him there. I put my hand on top of him, and that's when he stung me. All the other ones, I was being very careful not to touch them. And if I didn't touch them, that they didn't bite me.
I wonder if because I got stung in my shoulder area, kind of, like over here, and my arm is sore. And I'm wondering if that alien chip I was talking about earlier, which I don't think I have an alien chip.
You have a lot going on your left side.
My left side is so fucked.
Yeah.
It is, even my left eye. The whole left side is
That's
just...
not even working well, huh?
It is, I am not a southpaw.
So odd attack, just 1/2, huh?
Yeah.
That is very weird.
Okay.
And I had it on my left, too.
I don't know, man. That's bizarre, dog.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Call back from the first.
Well, we are back to full speed today, thankfully, but did not go unnoticed. Mark had said, paying attention to Denny's and what he was doing, cranking behind the scenes, trying to get everything going. He was jerry-rigging computers and trying to divert systems and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, he got the MVP award for the last couple of days.
That man needs to get it every day. They don't even realize what he does around here.
Mm-hmm.
He is a full-on engineer.
Yeah.
He's not just a morning show producer. He's the next level. He can fix everything and anything.
We should call him in here and have him sit down while we tell him all these compliments. He gets so uncomfortable.
Denny's! Get in here so we can tell you how great you are.
That could be his next punishment.
Yes, we all have to seriously give him sincere compliments and look
Just
right
let it
at
gush.
him. Don't break eye
I
contact.
love that,
He won't even come in.
He won't. He fucking like a cat in water. You will not like it.
You have to look us in the eye while we tell you just how wonderful of a human you are as an employee and a friend.
All my words will be quite sincere. You guys will have to.
yeah.
You guys will have to turn my mic off.
He might start crying.
Me, not Denny's. Denny's
You.
will not cry. Yeah.
You.
Yeah, so it does not go unnoticed. So thank you, Mark, for that. People do pay attention to what he does to keep this show afloat. There is not enough salary in the world for that kid.
You are right.
Well, Nikki, talking a bit about the homeless issue, and it is now officially an issue because it is October 1st, and as of now, in the state of Florida, you are not allowed to camp out and sleep on public lands. So they will have the right and ability, and in fact, I think they have the pressure to remove you. So that's one of the biggest elements of this, is that it's not just, okay, I can't do it anymore.
Who removes you?
It's part of the fight, and that's just it. Where I know the sheriff in Broward County, he says, I don't want to criminalize homelessness. I'm not putting them in the jail. So maybe we can say something, but if they keep saying, yeah, you know what, I'm not moving, I'm staying right here, then that becomes part of the issue. And it is. Man, I'm telling you, the homeless issue, it's one of those things. It's an uncomfortable conversation, and no one wants to have it. So we just keep kicking the can down the road, and now the state is trying to put the pressure on the local municipalities to do something about it. And here we are. What will happen? It could be a real big mess here in South Florida, something that everybody notices. Now, Nikki says, I work directly for a local mayor in a city where homelessness is an issue. I've learned that there is no good answer. If you get strict, you're being mean. If you're loose, you won't solve the problem. And many homeless do not want a home. It sounds crazy, but it's true. They choose the lifestyle. They love living on the streets. That is why nobody will roll up their sleeves and tackle it. So that is it. So I think what this law speaks to is to some of those people who say, I'm going to choose to just be a nomad and sleep wherever I want. They're saying, well, not if it's public spaces, public buildings, rights away, places like that. You don't have a right in Florida anymore to sleep wherever you want.
I just watched something where they had a family member on it. I forget what show it was, but it was some kind of like documentary. And there was a brother who they said, come on, we want you to live at the house, even as an adult. Stay here. We'll give you 3 squares and a ceiling. And they were all getting along good. And he just said, I want to be out on the street. I like being out there. Just like you're saying.
Right.
He said, it's more of my spirit. I don't want to live in a house.
Yeah. And some people are like that. And so, there might be a couple of different fixes. There might be a place that they can put where free spirits can go and stay. Now, the question is, where is that place? Because, real estate's kind of valuable in Florida.
Yeah, you think?
So who's going to give up the place? And I have heard some of the homeless commenting that they don't want to go west. Well, then you start to run into a bit of a problem. And here we are. Are you
Who's
going to be
build
nice?
a homeless shelter on the water?
Yeah, and that's just it. Are you going to be nice or mean? And then some of the businesses and the areas, municipalities that rely on business, travel, tourism, things like that, saying, a lot of people just feel uncomfortable stepping over people to get into my business, and it's affecting my livelihood. I can't afford these rents to stay open if I have any kind of detractors. So I think, unfortunately, with this, somebody's going to have to come off as the heavy, and there is going to be a bit of, I think that's mean. That's just not nice. I think to get to where we need to get to, you're probably going to see a bit of that. So it'll be interesting to see what they wind up doing. Each town seems to have their own solution, and whatever the solution is, at least half the people seem to hate it. So
Well, that's good. At least it's,
it's going to be a lot
fair
of
and
fighting
balanced.
on this issue, trying to come to a place. But it is now something they're going to have to deal with. And then, like I had said earlier on the show, starting in 2025 on Jan 1, the residents and businesses will now be able to file lawsuits against local governments that allow public camping. So they will be forced to do that because if somebody gets hurt or a business goes under, they could sue that city and say, yeah, it's because you didn't enforce the law that my business is no longer. Or, I was attacked by a homeless person, and so I'm going to sue you for all that kind of stuff. You didn't keep me safe. So that's the future of what we have to look forward to. So Ryan in Lake Worth, he sends us a lot of emails just about, a lot of times, the living issue. There are people living in their cars, and that's one conversation they're having is creating parking spaces where you could have transitory showers and things like that where people who choose to live in their cars could go and park.
Okay.
That might be one thing that they wind up doing. So there's
An
a lot of different
option.
solutions. Yeah. So I know he's talked to people, knows people that are unfortunately in that issue here in South Florida. And he was asking the question about getting in contact with somebody about building a house on an empty lot. How much does that realistically cost to do, including electricity and plumbing and all that kind of stuff? And I got an email here to kind of answer that from Lauren. She said, just to let you know, it sounded like the person was looking maybe in the Keys, because I think, they said it's a 100-year-old house in Cedar Key. And he said, we have been in the process of trying this, and all I can say is don't do it. I'm helping someone get a building permit for a middle key, and we have been in the process on revision number 6 of the plans with the building department, and we aren't even approved, not to mention the ROGO you have to go through. You'll wait for 2 years after your plans are approved before you can start building. Mind you, that is after you've paid $9,000 in application fees.
Ooh.
They're making building in the Keys a nightmare to keep the population lower. And if it isn't outside the norm, to go through the permit process for 12 to 18 months.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, you gotta know, because I think every part of Florida is a little bit different. So it does sway. So not a recommendation to try to do anything in the Keys unless you just got a ton of money, or else you're there. Well, got people defending Virginia and her jowls.
Defending the jowls or defending removing them?
Your right to get rid of them.
Okay.
Because we had heard earlier some people were complaining about you wanting to get rid of your jowls. And Anastasia said, although it's not the call 'em out segment, I like to call it people who complain about Virginia talking about her jowls. There are many of us, aging women, who feel the same way. Talking about it unites us, and discussing different procedures not only educates but also empowers other women to take action toward improving our appearances.
Exactly. Do it for you and know that you don't have to be ashamed or embarrassed to do it. Tell the girls about it. Talk about your experience. Say it's okay to do this, to feel cute.
I was just annoyed that I had to deal with that shit in person with the lady just going on and on. I go, lady, I was saying the same thing you're basically saying. I go, why do people give a shit? I mean, why do you care?
Some people just are anti-plastic surgery, and they think if you like to get plastic surgery, it means you're vain and you care about ridiculous things that shouldn't matter. And I mean, I don't think that you're vain. I don't think that you're ridiculous. I think that you just want to feel your best and look your best. And
I just never even... I had never noticed you having jowls, is all I was saying.
Well, look, when I'm not smiling, which when I'm looking at you, I'm always smiling. That's why you never see them. Here, I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm not smiling.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Denny's, do we have jowl cam going?
But when do you ever make that? I mean, I guess if anyone made that face.
It's resting bitch face. This is how I look when I'm just normal, when I'm not talking on the radio and smiling at you because you're being stupid. I make that face a lot. All of us do. It's your resting natural face. And when my face goes to that little thing is just hanging like I've shoved a chicken nugget under my skin.
Chicken nugget, huh?
It's a small to medium-sized McDonald's chicken nugget.
Okay.
She's showing it off on the
Look,
jowl cam.
jowl cam.
Okay.
You don't see it when I'm smiling.
Guy, I hear you. Now, I was just asking. That's what fuck.
It is amazing how inquisitive people are about women and the procedures they have had done. I saw that Ariana Grande was being quizzed with a lie detector about whether or not she's undergone any cosmetic surgeries like a nose job or anything like that. And she said she's only had fillers, a little bit of Botox, but she stopped doing that 4 years ago. There is an odd fascination why everybody's trying to figure out what everybody's had done.
Well, everybody just wants to know, okay, I think Ariana Grande is gorgeous. Okay, what did she do? Maybe I can do a few of those little things and I can feel gorgeous. That's all it is.
Okay. And Cardi B said she's had more of her butt injections removed.
I saw that. So she had filler put in her ass, which is different than having like an implant. So filler can be taken out, and they say the filler that she put in there is like bad for you.
Oh.
Some of the tests have come back that kind of filler causes fibrosis. And guess what Cardi B said she's struggling with? Fibrosis.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Somebody's asking, how do you have an injection removed?
You can have, when they go in and they get like this gel out, it's it's like a big process. They use this silicone liquid gel that's in there. So they have to go in there and get it out.
Would that be the proctologist or a plastic surgeon?
A plastic surgeon.
I don't know how this stuff
It's
works.
not in her butthole.
How would I know if they don't go through?
They don't go. They don't go through your butthole.
For my kidney operation, they went through my belly button to take out my. I'm not a fucking doctor. If you told me they go, yeah, Bird, they go to the butthole, I'm like, well, okay, I believe you. I would believe you.
I don't think they go through the butthole. I'll have to ask because now you got me wondering. It's really just like the surface, the outside. But she has to go through several rounds of getting those liquid silicone gel biopolymers removed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fun process.
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's rough. Now, when you look at Madonna, what do you think she's had now? Is it just fillers or cheek implants? And
She's done a lot.
brow implants.
I think she kind of champions it too, doesn't she? Does she try to act like nothing's happened?
I don't know. I haven't heard her talk a lot about the plastic surgery, but I think she may have gone a little bit too big with the implants or fillers, whatever she got in her face. She was looking like a cat for a little while.
Yeah,
I think it did calm down.
she was.
But she's got a 28-year-old boyfriend. So imagine you're 66 and you've got a 28-year-old boyfriend. There's got to be a lot of pressure there to try to look young.
Yeah, but you kind of do it to yourself at that point.
Yeah,
aren't
you don't exactly.
Nobody's forcing you to have a 20-year-old boyfriend.
You got to get it high and tight, not big and puffy.
And we're just talking about downstairs.
Yeah. Nobody wants big and puffy.
You don't want that short cookie.
Puffy may be a good nickname for a rapper, not for a pussy. Yeah, they say that Madonna's back in the studio working on a new dance album. Is that anybody excited? No? Okay.
Well, good for her. I'll listen to
She had a
it.
couple dance tracks that I liked.
Me too. I'm always open to it. I always cheer for Madonna.
Look, she's gonna always have her fans.
Yeah.
Is it gonna chart? No, probably not. But her fans, most of them, will enjoy the fact that she's grinding it out in the studio
Yeah,
again.
I'm here for it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, in fact, I do enjoy some of her dance tracks. A little underrated because people were not expecting it and they didn't like it, I don't think. Now, what about Jay Bird's recommendation for a show? I don't think you had heard it, but he was talking about Upload on Amazon.
I thought it was cute so far.
What is it?
Engineer Keith likes it. It's basically explain it to her, Jay Bird, what Upload is.
It's when you die. It's really about uploading your conscious to the cloud and all that, and people can still talk to you, but you're stuck in this reality. That he's basically stuck on this lake area. At least that's where it's kind of starting off on. And it's really cute, and it kind of makes you ask yourself, would you want to be uploaded to the cloud, especially if you really could have your own thoughts and think like Virginia Sinicki does? Would you want that? Would that freak you out?
I don't understand anything you just said.
What
the fuck is that? I don't get it. There's a lake and a cloud and what?
I don't think
I'm dead, but what?
I did not explain it well. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
I'll go watch it. What's it on?
It's not on Netflix.
I have Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime.
I have that.
I don't want to explain it ever again. Because I don't think I explained it great the first time either. I don't know. It's unique.
Okay.
The creator from The Office made it. Not that gives. All right.
The creator of The Office?
The creator.
Okay.
One of the creators of The Office. It's one of his shows.
Got it.
All right.
Upload. Okay, I see it now.
It's a sci-fi comedy series about a near future world where people can upload their consciousness into a virtual afterlife. That is the description.
So they die and then they choose to go hereafter.
Yeah, like I guess you'd be able to be accessed anywhere. It's party boy Nathan gets uploaded to a virtual resort. He meets the down-to-earth Nora, who starts as his customer service angel, but becomes so much more as she helps him find friendship, love, and purpose. That's the description of the show.
I think it's going to be. I think that it's going to get a little deep at times, but it's supposed to be comedy.
Interesting.
Jessica said the first season is amazing. The second season is still pretty good, and the last one's complete garbage. Still recommend the first two, though.
That's what happened to that show You that I loved. First season, amazing.
Right.
But then the next one and the next one,
It happens. Yeah, that's why to me, I like shows with notes to say, okay, can you watch this intact and ignore certain episodes or complete seasons altogether and save yourself time?
Because you're right. There are some series I want to get into now, and that people that I trust, they go, man, the last season or two, it just sucks so bad, and then it makes me not want to watch the series at all.
Stuff.
I don't like not. If it's gonna end shitty, I don't think I want to watch it.
Yeah, there's some you can get around. Dexter is one that you can quit at a certain point of the show, and you're good. It was fantastic. And the way it ends, one season, that could have been enough. But the show, for instance, Bloodline, that was in the Keys, 3 seasons, first 2, phenomenal. 3rd season, complete garbage, but you don't get wrapped up. In fact, season 2 is an amazing cliffhanger where you need the resolution, and they botched it. And so you can't even watch that show at all. I wouldn't even recommend that a bit.
Bullshit.
It's too bad because they wasted 2 amazing seasons on that. So great cast, everything. So also, Jessica recommends Bosch and Goliath on Amazon. Thought those were pretty good all the way till the end. Okay, there you go. Little suggestion. And Engineer Keith says, along the line of upload, there's Severance. That is an HBO Max show. I've seen the first season. They got the new one coming out. I almost wish I didn't watch it when I did because I think it's been about 2 years now, and I'm kind of like, wait, what happened was this thing about? But basically, you can split your consciousness in 2. You have your work and your private life. So when you go from one, you don't have any recollection of the other.
I confused Virginia so bad.
I'm still trying to figure out what Upload's about.
Yeah, upload. You can't even get that one.
Whoa.
Like, what the fuck? There's a lake, there's a cloud, what? It wasn't completely on you. I did not do a good job explaining it.
Well, then as soon as Kevin said sci-fi, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Usually I don't get down with sci-fi.
Okay, we'll go back to talking about jowls. Okay.
There you go.
Now you got me.
And KJ recommended what some others have told me too, Bad Monkey. That is the Vince Vaughn movie set in Florida. She said, I know you love Florida TV shows. It's perfect for you. I think so, too. I love Vince Vaughn. When Vince Vaughn is being Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I like
When
it.
he's sarcastic, Dickie Vince Vaughn.
Is he the bad monkey?
I think so. And it seemed like the tone was his humor. Like when he's just being himself and doing what he does. I think he wanted to make a point to say, I'm not always that. I can do something different.
He had a nice run on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I enjoyed him, especially on the last season.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. with
Bad
him.
Monkey has a 93% on
No
Rotten
way.
Tomatoes.
Oh,
There you
I'm
go.
excited. It's a movie,
Mm.
I believe.
It's Apple TV.
Uh-huh.
Bad Monkey.
Okay.
Apple TV. I ain't got that shit.
Kevin's got it. Let's go to his
Yeah, I
house.
do.
It's episodes.
Oh, okay.
Season 1, I think they're up to episode 9.
Okay, it's a show. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that is right there waiting for me. As soon as football is over, that might be the first thing I watch. Christopher went to go see Billy Joel in St. Louis. $200 for Section B, row 3. My wife and I are sitting in our seats on the baseball field at Busch Stadium. That's a cool little. They put the stadium right in downtown St. Louis. The whole area around there is cool. They did it right. Sting played for an hour. Billy Joel played for 3.
Jeez.
Those are good prices because the ones in Hard Rock are not going for that.
Any idea what they are?
Yeah, my friend looked yesterday. Like the cheapest tickets were like $600.
Holy crap!
A
Well, they
piece.
got Stevie Nicks at that one too.
Right, Stevie Nicks, Sting, Billy Joel. I think it was like
Damn.
$5 something a ticket was the cheapest he could find.
I'm not shocked about that.
Wow.
There's nothing I would want to see for that price. I would not pay that.
Wasn't Sting into that tantric sex?
Yeah, that
wasn't
was his thing.
That was. Does he still talk about that, or is that like a phase he was going
It was
through?
like 20 years ago. That was
Okay.
kind of his whole thing. I mean, I don't know if he still might.
Even
be.
before that, because remember when we went and we met him, we brought that up, and he was kind of over talking about it then.
Yeah.
tantric
'cause-
sex.
Yeah, he was over talking about it then, and we brought it up a little bit because it was a thing. And you could tell that he was kind of like, it's been exaggerated, guys. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
like
okay.
he was into like yoga and health and mindfulness. And
Yeah.
of course,
Edging.
that spills into the bedroom. And, you know, I don't know. He didn't want to be known for a tantric sex guru. When we brought it up, I could see on his face he was kind of
Yeah.
like, all right, it's been sensationalized.
Yeah, we bounced off of it.
We did.
You could tell. You could tell by it's kind of like if you had Richard Gere. So this gerbil thing. All right,
Oh
motherfucker.
my God, I would never.
That's gotta
Right.
be so sick of that.
Could you imagine asking Richard Gere about the gerbil in the ass thing?
I don't know if you. I don't ever see him in interviews. He might not do interviews because of that rumor.
Well, if you're going to ask him, make sure it's your last question.
Yeah,
Because that shit might wrap after that. He might get up and walk
Wrap it up.
out.
You're right. There are certain questions you better know if you ask it. The interview's over on any of these celebrities.
The fun question is your last question.
Hey, Ashton. So tell us about Diddy. I gotta go.
Got email here from Astra in Texas. Said, got some questions for all of you. Jaber has always wanted to know, how did the snack pack happen? Did you guys meet in school or college? And how'd you meet Denny's?
Denny's, I met the snack pack first, which was Jimmy and Wayne, which is Twigs and Klepto. And Jimmy, Klepto, started working at the radio station and knew that I was doing songs for the radio and had heard one of my rap songs on the radio and said, hey, man, I rap too. So he was real cool. We started talking, and then I went over his house and recorded with him, and pretty much the rest is history.
Okay. And now it's...
And then he was friends with Twigs, which is Wayne, and that's how I met him.
Yeah.
And then Denny's was recording music at Swamp Brass Willie's, and I went there because they opened up a recording little studio area, and I recorded a song there, the Panda Face song, when you were dating Panda.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sleepy Panda Face.
And Denny's was the engineer there, and that's how I met Denny's, and the rest was history.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. It's been 20 plus years, right?
Yeah, it's close with the snack pack, and about 15 with Denny's.
Yeah, okay. Definitely been a while. And Virginia, just curious, does Magnolia, your daughter, call Panda your husband Dad or Panda? Just curious.
She calls him KK.
Uh-huh, okay.
But I don't like that. I call him Panda. And because my sister in Kentucky, they call her KK.
Okay.
And so it's very confusing. I think once you have somebody in your life with that name, like in your inner circle, that name is grandfathered in. Nobody else can have that name. So like Kevin Ralston is the only Kevin. And even though Panda's real name is Kevin, I won't allow him to be Kevin. He has to be Panda because Kevin Ralston was first.
Mm-hmm. So if you're in the bedroom, you probably have to call him Panda, because if you said my name, that would just be really weird.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to me, Kev.
When I call him Kevin, he doesn't like it.
Oh, wow.
Because sometimes I'll do it to be silly when, he's doing something. I'll be like, Kevin, what are you doing? And he'll get all flustered because he does not like me to call him Kevin.
In the
I think he thinks about you too.
Yeah, in the bedroom, that would
it
be
throws it all
rough.
off. Yeah, you're right. Throws it all off.
Get on bushes, Kevin.
Yeah.
I can never yell, give it to me, Kevin.
Yeah.
It'd just be wrong.
Gosh, that'd be so weird. Yeah. Yeah, and so Panda was just something that you had your little cute nickname for him was Panda Face, and so it just kind of came out of that.
Yes.
We needed because it would be too confusing if you're going, so I'm grinding down on Kevin, and people are like, wait, what?
Do you remember?
Can you imagine that story? People would wreck their car.
Those pictures Panda would send to you were just so. Remember those fucking pictures?
Morning selfies he would
Yes.
send me. And that's when the whole Sleepy Panda Face nickname came about.
He'd give you that sex gaze, like he's just gazing into the camera, staring through your souls, your flame.
The panda of lust look.
That's awesome.
So you have the two Kevins. You've got your daughter Magnolia, and then your sister is Maggie. So you got the two Maggies, and then you got two KKs then. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of confusion in your world.
There is. Two Maggies is the trickiest because literally my little sister is Maggie and Magnolia, we call her Maggie sometimes. Although I really call her Mags more.
Okay.
But I do say Maggie sometimes.
Okay.
That one's tricky.
Just keeping it confusing.
Yeah, I kind of brought that on myself. I take the blame for that one. But I love the name Magnolia.
Mm-hmm. It is a cute name.
And my sister is Margaret.
Oh, okay.
So they don't have the same name. My sister is
just
Margaret.
when you shorten them. Okay.
Right. Just when you shorten them, they both go to Maggie.
Okay. And then Astra asked, Kevin, looking at Canon now, and since you are the sports dude of the show, any little feeling that you could get every now and then about your son maybe getting into college football, possibly the NFL one day? Yeah, I mean, the process is just part of the fun. So, yeah, it's not something we've ever thought or discussed or anything like that. So he's playing football for the fun of it, and because it's a fun sport and he likes it, and he likes all the things about getting to wear a uniform, and when they have game day, he gets to wear his football jersey, and he likes being a part of that because he grew up all around it. We would take him to football games, and he would always watch that. And so he's just always wanted that. I remember when he's a little kid, we'd take him to Duffy's, and he didn't know any better. He'd be climbing up into people's booths to touch all the football helmets.
Aww.
He just, I mean, oh my gosh, can't have known. Like, you can't climb up. People try to eat.
And you didn't even notice he was over there because you're at the bar.
Absolutely. Being the good parent I am.
Watching football.
Yeah, I was on my 8th beer, and kids climbing into booths.
That was fun. I remember that.
Touching helmets.
Anytime we'd have a home baseball game, you'd wear
Yeah.
a jersey to school, and you didn't have to
Yeah.
worry about wearing anything.
Right, yeah. So he always he loves sports. And so for him to be able to do that, it's been a lot of fun. And so, yeah, he likes the process. So anything outside of this, we're taking it one day, one game at a time, and it's kind of enjoyable. So he had his little game, and some of the upperclassmen, because they do a thing in high school football where they interview you. And so they interviewed Cannon for it, and he was, he just loved the thrill of it.
That's
So,
awesome.
That's awesome.
yeah, and that's all it is. So it's all good there.
One of the things I really do love, or I loved, was having those team dinners before,
Yeah.
the night before a game. But you could do that with anything in life. Think about any kind of big thing you're doing with a big group of people. You could have
Yeah.
that kind of pre-dinner thing. I think it's so good for camaraderie.
Yeah, it is. We're doing the team dinner this Thursday.
Spaghetti?
No. I'm not really gonna get too into it because it's a little bone of contention for me. But
It is.
well, normally
shit.
what it is, it's several different parents come in on a team dinner, and the Queen's like, "No, we'll take care of this." And then I saw the bill, and I was like, "Why couldn't we have other parents get in on this?"
Oh,
So,
damn. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
so it's okay.
I know
No,
why are you turning green?
yeah. So I.
Like the Hulk.
I'm gonna go without shoes for a couple months, but team's gonna eat well on Thursday. So
Dang.
Fuck.
just one of those things. I'm like, Queen, we don't have to do it this way. Why don't we just? Nope, nuh-uh. Didn't hear a word I said.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you're feeding a football team. You
Yeah,
know?
that's true. There's at least, 20, 25
even
kids
if
on
you
the
try to
team.
go on the cheap, it ain't
I'd
cheap.
be like, guess what, guys? You all having ramen.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, even if you went $4 a kid,
Yeah, I was like, look, every team meal, there's like 4 or 5 parents in on this. I'm like,
what, is there a reason why?
I don't know. It's just, that's dealing
It's a
with the Queen.
flex.
Yeah.
She wants to flex. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And
Right. I don't like the flex. I've stopped flexing.
she wants
I don't
to
flex anymore.
She wants to flex.
I don't flex anymore.
She wants to flex and then hand you the tab.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so
Pay
she's
it, bitch.
she's flexing on my dime.
Yeah.
That's what fucking sucks about it. I gotta go.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring
No,
it
I
up.
know.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought it up. That was so juicy.
Yeah, don't get me going.
I can't
I'm
wait
trying to
to-
remain peaceful, Kev.
We're going to guess the number on just how much this dinner is setting him back.
Honestly, I'm staying away from it because I can't see the bill because the rage will just take over. So I'm staying away from
The
it.
story hasn't gone away.
Oh, it's so
No,
good.
it's fresh.
This is good
Yeah,
stuff.
so honestly, don't show me the tab. I just can't. I'm gonna flip out and lose my mind. So yeah, I hope it's good, kids. Enjoy it. They better not lose.
That would be a fun game. Guess the bill.
Just
I have a number in my head.
do too.
I definitely have a number.
I would love to see how close.
Let me leave the studio because I can't do it. I can't. It's too fresh.
I have some inside information from Kim, and it's a big number.
Don't even. Let's not. Let's
Oh,
keep
what
it peaceful.
a fucking dick.
I know,
Virginia.
right? I know. Look at her over there trolling. Yeah. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I need a drink. Yeah, I'll be good.